Hey guys, welcome to Good News York from my car.
Yeah.
Because, we get bored. I'm Matt. That's
Mike Brindisi. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're going to do Good News York, brought to you by Get Ads, or Ads on the Go, getadsonthego.com. We're on the go in your vehicle.
we are. If we were smart, we would drive to where our man Zach is driving the Ads on the Go truck around. But
awesome.
that's not what we're doing. We're going to take a ride to the beautiful Skaneateles Lake.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And maybe grab a bite to eat down there, and just enjoy what's great about New York, even when it's a little cloudy out today.
Yeah. Did you know? I think I mentioned to you. Did you know at home that some famous people that live in Skaneateles, obviously Jim Boeheim is that's well documented. Jason Newsted, former bass player of Metallica, my favorite band on the planet, he lives there. So there might be some like stalking going on. Who else did you say lives in Skaneateles? The dude from America's Most Wanted.
There you go.
John something.
There's a bunch of other. There's ball players. There's
Yeah. There was a rumor that
reclusive scrap metal billionaires. There's all kinds of people like that out there.
All right. Well,
It's a good town. It's a good town. It's beautiful.
a lot of money. Gotta have a lot of money to live there, I've heard.
Nah.
I went there. I went there once with my wife's family. During Christmas, they turned the whole town into a Christmas carol.
Yeah, it's like a Dickens.
Whoa! I did not know where you were going with that. You really pronounced Dickens very loudly and abruptly. Yeah, it's a Dickens theme.
Christmas.
Yeah. Dick themed Christmas.
Get your Dickens Christmas.
Get your Dickens in. Yeah, it's great. They all dress up. They Christmas carol. There's like horse and buggies everywhere. Which, you ever seen a horse crap?
Yeah, it's massive.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they have a bag that just catches it.
Yeah.
I want one for myself.
I knew you were going to say that.
You did?
It was
We've been hanging out.
guaranteed.
Already. Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd come in handy. But
Yeah, but before that, you see, they don't always have that. Like, you see a parade, you see the animals walking by, and sometimes there's some poor schlub who's got to walk behind them with a bucket and just shovel the shit, quite literally.
that is honestly what I saw in Skaneateles.
In public.
I've seen
It's
horses.
like a modern day public shaming, I feel like.
It kind of is.
What do? I shovel shit in
Yeah.
parades.
I've seen many horses poop in parades, but Skaneateles was actually where I saw someone walking behind, just as you described.
I feel like every parade must have been like right after breakfast or something. They just let it fly.
Yeah, or they all have celiac disease. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. It's a massive amount, and whatever they're paying those people that scoop it, they need to double it.
You think the
Pretty
horse is doing it on purpose?
I'm sure.
You think he's like, you're making me put on this show. I'm just going to shit all over the place.
if you're going to make me march in this parade,
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a real shitty time for you.
I just got to wonder if a horse normally shits that much all the time.
That is a valid question.
Or do they only shit at parade times? And unlucky for us.
And maybe does the parade provoke more shit because they're nervous because there's so much noise and people?
I mean,
these are
could be
all
scaring the shit out of these horses.
these are questions that matter to America.
They do.
America. Well, we're gonna find out because
We're not really going to find anything out about horse shit. But
well, now we're not with that attitude. What if I find someone, in our travels today, and I'm like, hey, have you ever?
I mean, there's a good chance we might encounter a horse farm on the way to Skaneateles, but I feel like anything we could possibly do to approach them would get you kicked in the nuts by a horse.
That's something that annoys me right there. By the way,
Horse kickings?
folks, if you're gonna run alongside a road,
How dare you exercise in public?
no, or walk, do it on the left side of the road, facing oncoming traffic. It is basic safety. That way, if someone's distracted by their phone,
You can tell this
you
kid's
can
dad was a
see.
cop.
You can see. Yes, that's
You
right.
are supposed to run against traffic. He's right.
Not
folks.
by law. I'm saying for safety. Because if someone's
Might even be
coming,
by law.
you'll see them swerving. If they're behind you and they swerve, you're horse shit. Literally, you're smashed.
Now a bicycle, on the other hand,
You're supposed to be on the right, which I
you
don't
got to
get.
ride with traffic because you're like a vehicle.
Yeah, but
Annoying as fuck vehicle, but you're like a vehicle.
bikers, I got in an argument with a bicyclist the other day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was in the wrong, but I was embarrassed. And I was in the middle of an intersection, and everyone in the other cars were like, what the fuck, to me? And I was like, I think I made the wrong move. But anyway, bicyclists, I don't my whole thing is, this is why I'll never, I will never own a motorcycle. Because when you're on a motorcycle or a bike, right, and you get in an accident, right, at the very least, you're going to be very, very sore and scraped up. And then at the very worst, you're going to be dead. In a car or some sort of closed vehicle, you have a chance. It's just not, and I'm also 5'6", so like, I can't operate a motorcycle. Would you ever drive a motorcycle?
No.
Yeah, good. I don't want
No, here's the thing. My dad does. My dad recently had a motorcycle. He had a license since before I was born and hadn't owned one for many years, and in his retirement decided to get one again. It's never been my thing. And here's the thing. When I was a kid, I rode my bicycle like everywhere I went. I was one of those kids that put 100 miles a day on their bicycle.
Do you have pegs?
And no.
Okay.
But I also took, I don't know how many epic spills on that bicycle. My legs were cut to shreds at all times every summer, right? And so when I think about that, and I think about that same thing, but at 60 miles an hour, like I'm just going to be dead. Like it don't make no sense.
That's right. That's a microcosm of what your whole body would look like if it was this. And by the way, I tell my kids all the time,
falling at 1 mile an hour onto the sidewalk is a little different than, at 60.
You could stop at a stoplight and fall to the side at 0 miles an hour and get hurt. I tell my kids all the time, though, I said, listen, my son will come in crying, oh, I scraped up my knee. And I was like, listen, if your knees are not scraped up for 90% of your childhood, you're not doing it right. So,
I'm with you on that, actually.
You ever had your bicycle seat fall off by accident and then it goes up your...
No, you fucking weirdo.
I know. Mine was not on purpose, believe it or not. Did you do the cards in the spokes? Me either. I could never figure those out.
It was like a 70s kid thing. Who fucking does that?
I know. It was kind of
I did. So here's the thing. I was a nerd. I was. I had every type of gadget attached to my bicycle, including an alarm.
Oh, wow.
I had a bike alarm on my bicycle that I used to ride to school when I was a kid. It had a fucking keypad and a security unlock code. They had, if somebody moved it, it was like a car alarm. The alarm would go off.
It was meant to be like
literally like a steal my bike alarm.
Oh, wow.
But it also had a PA speaker and like a siren and shit.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing ever.
That is wild.
I don't know if it was really that cool, but
remember the club in the cars? That was the big thing.
So on our way to Skaneateles.
Yeah.
We might as well do Tuesday News Day, right?
Yes. Which, by the way, that reminds me, did you see there was a social media video making its rounds?
I love when people turn right into the left lane.
That's great.
Talk to me about it.
Or a guy, so they list off all these names of towns in New York State.
Oh, that's the best part.
And
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Skaneateles, he was like, Skaneateles?
My favorite, I will always call it, because of one of those videos, Skaneateles.
Skaneateles?
It's the best. I thought that person was pulling up from it.
I love that.
That was wild.
They have a tough time with Schenectady, too.
Schenectady? We definitely have to do this because here's the thing. As much as there's a bunch of those names that I see and I'm laughing at these people trying to figure them out, there's some other names in New York State that I don't know how to say right, and I look just as stupid, and we should dig into those.
One of my favorite is Coxsackie.
Oh, yeah, I'm always been a big fan of Coxsackie.
Someone played a prank on us, I'll tell you that. But anyway, listen, it's Tuesday News Day. I didn't forget. I brought some news stories.
I love it.
And I have this idea. I want to see what you thought. I decided, because we talk about how it's Good News York. Obviously, our studio's in Syracuse. We talk a lot about Syracuse. But the whole idea is we talk about all of New York State. The Adirondacks, Western New York, Southern Tier,
We're
Capital
leaving
Region.
the county as we speak.
We're leaving the county, so obviously I'm not full of shit completely. And so today I went through and I found news from each region. I think I want to do it that way.
Nice.
But here's the sad part. And honestly would justify.
Did you bring the trombone?
I didn't.
Fuck, that's probably good for all of us.
I need a sad trombone for not bringing the sad trombone. But yes, I think this justifies why we exist. It was so hard to find positive news stories, like when we do actual news day, Tuesday news day.
Yeah.
And I just think to myself, this is frustrating. And then I realized, well, actually, that's why Good News York exists, because
100%.
there's a lack of it. But we were just talking about bikes, and no BS. There happens to be. This is our first Tuesday News Day story from the Southern Tier, Finger Lakes region, Hornell, New York. Have you ever heard of Hornell?
I think there's a college there.
Well,
I'm thinking of Cornell.
Thinking of Cornell. Yeah, that's a easy mistake to make. Everyday heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they quietly go about their business. Larry Pelkey retired a few years back, and he knew he had to stay busy. So what he's been doing, he's become a bike repair shop, but he doesn't sell any. They're all free, like 100%. And he rebuilds these bikes and gives them away to children in need of bikes. He gave 1,105 free bicycles to local children over the last 3 years. Larry the Bike Man was recently recognized.
It's like a bike a day.
Yeah, and it keeps the doctor away. Was recently recognized by Hornell's mayor. People often send him letters of thanks.
The least they could do.
He's taken in more than 150 donated bicycles from the nonprofit Our Community Bikes of Rochester. So you can look him up. He's finally filed as a charity, so you can actually donate money to help him out, because he invested $10,000 of his own money to make this happen, and he does it. He does it out of the goodness of his heart, and I absolutely love that. So I thought I would pull that story.
You ever work on your own bike, Mike, when you were a kid?
No, but well, yes, you had to. My main gig, working on my bike as a kid, was getting my shoelaces out of the pedals when they would tie around the pedals or the chain, and my chain falling off.
That was the worst.
Remember, you had to put it up, upside down.
Yeah, why did that happen so much? I feel like that shouldn't have happened as much.
Yeah, I feel like if there was one thing when they were building the bike, they were like, let's make sure the tires don't fall off and the chain stays on. And yet, tires...
Neither occurs.
Usually, I mean, my tires stayed on, thankfully. But, so, I mean, look, riding bikes were it. I don't see that happening very much. I don't want to sound like you
look at this guy. Look at this guy with the leaf blower blowing off the edge of the road.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's how nice Skaneateles.
We're not in Skaneateles yet, but yeah, it's just somebody taking good care of their property. You know what's the worst is when you see people. Usually, it's the opposite. They're blowing their shit into the road, which is illegal because it's ridiculously dangerous.
Yeah,
because you think about a motorcycle comes by. We were talking about a bike.
Yeah,
they hit that wet stuff and again crash at how many miles an hour on a bike, and you're
What are your feelings on, in the winter, you're snow blowing your driveway and you blow snow out into the road?
Yeah, that's a big no-no as well.
Yeah, because from a snow blower's perspective, it's like, well, what am I going to do with it, right? I'm sorry, I got to
put it somewhere.
To a driver, it's terrifying. It's like little,
it's horrible,
like slippery patches of
right.
Which, man, I've
snow blowing's no joke,
dude. Snow blowing.
It's also a horrible thing to do. Like, I've made that mistake as an upstate New Yorker. I don't know. I would never do it again.
I enjoy it, but
the price of one snowblower is like 4 years of paying a plow guy, and I don't have to get out of my bed.
Yeah, there's an app now. You can just like order a plow.
Plows and mows.
Just mows and plows.
Guys
and
mows. In Manlius created it.
Yeah, that'd be a good band name. Plows and plow, like Crosby, Still Plows and Mows.
I don't know about that one.
Wait, what was it? Who am I thinking of? And I will. What was that band? 2 names. I'm blanking out.
I know the song now too.
Who is it? Hall & Oates.
There you go.
Hall & Oates. What I got? Well, anyway. Actually.
Is there more to this story?
No.
Okay.
I saw once. There's this band from Pennsylvania.
Nice.
Before the pandemic, they came to Ithaca regularly. I don't know what happened. Hopefully they're alive. No bullshit. They were called, I believe they were called Hall and Motherfucking Oats, but it was like the abbreviation.
Okay.
This is wild. They were a Hall and Oates tribute band.
Yep.
Okay. But they would open by being a tribute band for Talking Heads. Or maybe it was the other way around. They were a Talking Heads tribute band, and they would open up for themselves as a Hall & Oates tribute band. So they were two tribute bands, and they would do both shows.
That sounds borderline psychotic.
It was borderline psychotic. And the singer dressed up just like David Byrne from Talking Heads in the suit, and he moved like him, and he sang like him. Because here's my thing.
Really owned the part, huh?
If you're going to be a tribute band, I want the whole thing. I want you to look like them, sound like them.
I can respect that.
You know, like there was remember Brownies in Herkimer back in the day?
I lived there.
Yeah, me too. That's probably where we saw each other a lot.
Yep.
There was a band called the Soft Parade. They were a Doors tribute band, and they went as far as to the singer who looked exactly like Jim Morrison. He would have a bottle of Jack
Daniels. He actually overdosed.
Was probably he actually overdosed. He had he would drink it on stage like Jim Morrison did. I'm assuming it was like iced tea, but they went the full gambit. And I don't know about you, but if
you're gonna be a tribute band, you got to really play the part.
Yeah,
like that's just
you can't, because then it just looks weird. You know, in some cases you can't help you don't look like them, but at least make the effort. You know,
I'm with you there, buddy.
I don't even know how we got here.
We started talking about bikes.
Yeah, and look where we are now.
Yeah, we're on our way to beautiful Skaneateles.
Do you think we have a chance to see Jim Boeheim
No,
or Jason Newsted?
probably not.
Way to be negative.
We might run into somebody from Profound. It's about our best chance.
I mean, that seems to happen everywhere I go with you guys.
Well, they do own half the Skaneateles. That's where Jeff is. We should have messaged Jeff. I think he's out of
just
town.
gonna say, does Jeff Lamphere live here?
Yeah.
Skinny. Yeah,
Carman Dan's got a boat out here too. He invited me out on it.
That's cool.
I haven't made it yet.
Years ago, my sister graduated from Keuka College.
Yeah.
She got her master's there. And we were driving from Ithaca to Keuka College for the graduation. And there was, so it would be going from the Finger Lakes, going from Keuka Lake all the way over to Keuka Lake. And in between Seneca and Keuka Lake, I drove by this field, and there had to be 30 Amish kids, full garb, you know, their cute little outfits, which I love, suits and suspenders and bonnets, and all their bicycles were in a pile because they all went there. Girls and boys playing, laughing, playing baseball, no cell phones.
Like real humans.
Like real humans. And that's when it dawned on me. The fucking Amish got it right, man. All these years growing up, we'd be like, Amish, you don't know how to use a toaster, right? Meanwhile, look at the hell we're in because of social media and misinformation, and they're happy playing stickball in a fucking field because that's what life's really about, human social connection.
No, that's just all anybody ever showed us.
Yeah, well, whatever. But it's funny
just
how
wait till
we used to think...
Rumspringa, bitches.
Yeah, Rumspringa, that's crazy shit. But wait till, you know, we made fun of them growing up. Not me. Well, I'm sure I did every now and then. But, you know, people would make fun of them for being weird. And it's like, now we're weird. Look at us.
I mean, we are weird.
We're all
You got me
fucking
there.
coming up with conspiracy theories and wild shit. We should be playing stickball and bonnets and suspenders, man.
I'm with you. I mean, I don't know about the wool, but, you know, sometimes that shit gets a little warm, but...
Yeah, wool, I wouldn't do well with that. I don't want to wear wool anything.
Right?
Like, who decided wool was it? Same thing with wicker. I don't want a wicker table.
Total other side of the world, but I'm with you on that too. It's why do you want a table that has no flat surface?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't need wicker. My mom had a whole room of wicker stuff.
Oh, dude, you and me both.
God. Wicker.
Any more news?
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
We're 5 miles from Scan.
This is a good one.
Oh, here we go.
On Tuesday Newsday, keeping it rolling, we went from the southern tier to now we're going to the capital region, which, side note, man, out of all the news,
Capital City.
out of all the news I read today's, farming stories out for good news. Not a lot of good news coming out of the capital region. They need it. So we're going to provide it.
That's not even a political commentary.
No, it's not. Girl Scouts give back $17K
Blocking yourself.
in cookie boxes. That's right.
What do you mean give back?
Several local nonprofits and active service members around the capital region received boxes of Girl Scout cookies during the annual cookie season. Officials with the Girl Scouts of Northeastern New York said 17,719 boxes of cookies were donated through the council's Gift of Caring program.
That's a lot of cookies.
They let customers buy cookies that are later donated to local nonprofits, military support organizations, and food pantries. And I got to tell you, these are the charities that benefited from it. St. Luke's.
So just to be clear, people donated or the Girl Scouts donated?
So the Gift of Caring lets customers buy the cookies that are later donated. Let me see. The American Red Cross, where is it? Shipped 5,000 boxes to military members.
So this is a group effort.
It's a group effort. They benefit a bunch of charities. But to me, the real story is it's 2025. We've seen so many things change. Dude, Girl Scout cookies are still fucking king. And they're still making a difference. Because there's a lot of things that are now outdated, with social media and everything. But
not capitalism.
Not capitalism, and not when a little girl comes up and says, "Would you like to buy some?"
Well, it doesn't hurt that the cookies themselves are like crack.
What are your go-tos?
As a parent of Girl Scouts, and my wife does the whole cookie thing. So we had, truckloads of cookies around that, we end up buying cases ourselves. Thin Mints will never not be the best thing ever made.
You're the only one that's ever agreed with me.
What? No, they're the most popular cookie, period.
They're so good.
They're the best.
I've grown to love tag-alongs. What were the brown with the dark?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have a hole in the middle.
Yes.
I always shit on those.
I'm just blanking on them. Those are like the second most popular.
Yeah, I used to hate those. Now I love them. I love them all.
They got some coconut in them.
Look,
I'm blanking on what they're called.
a bad Girl Scout cookie.
Boy Scout dad. Good. Girl Scout dad.
What is the etiquette for you on, you own 2 companies at this point.
Sure.
What is your etiquette on the bringing the Girl Scout thing to work and
do it? Yeah, why
and
not?
hitting your coworkers up, because a lot of people bitch about that. They're like, "Oh, you put us in a terrible position because we can't say no." And then if one guy does it,
so first of all, that's a you problem, right? Because you 100% can say no, and nobody has to buy anybody else's shit. And I would say, don't buy it just to buy it, but. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, Girl Scout cookies are good. There's a lot of people that sort of look forward to those. So if you're offering them, take it or leave it. It's totally cool. But, I've seen a lot of people in workplaces and maybe a quarter of the people buy it. That's totally cool.
All right. So what happens? What's the etiquette on,
and here's the thing. I'll give you this. If you want an easy out, my niece, I bought from my niece. I got somebody at home
that's the out
is selling these.
Is that the Girl Scout cookie version of, I'll catch you on the way out to the Salvation?
Yeah, sort of. And the other thing is, though, it's almost very frequently true. You have a close family member, you already bought them, or some kid fucking beat you to knocking on the door, and you're like, all right, I already got a case of Girl Scout cookies. I'm not ordering more.
That is the move.
It's a valid
That's
move.
like
if you care enough to give an excuse. I personally...
Because what happens when
I'm the same way at the checkout, you're going to the checkout, like, do you want to donate $1 to whatever? No.
Sure. Oh,
no.
Sure.
Like, it's okay to say no. You're right. And I don't always say no.
Well, what happens when coworker A comes up and says, "Hey, my daughter," and then coworker B comes up, I don't know, maybe a couple hours later. Now, do you have to buy coworker B's cookies because you bought coworker
You
A?
don't have to. You could.
No.
You could split the order between the two. You could just say you're slower than Jimmy.
Yeah, that's true. Early bird gets the
Welcome
worm.
to capitalism.
Welcome to capitalism. What? Now we're talking
Too
about
slow, little girl.
this.
You fail. Somebody else got the sale. Early bird gets the worm.
I'll teach it.
Grind harder.
Teach me how to tie a knot.
You're gonna starve now. Go hawk your cookies for a discount.
We were talking about the Salvation Army
Sorry.
bell ringers. They must be struggling because nobody carries cash anymore.
Yeah,
They
it's gotta be a
must
thing,
do a
right?
credit card thing now, right? Can they?
Oh, I don't know. That's a great question.
Why does that truck go carry dogs?
That's a. What is that famous white cartoon dog that it looked like? I'm trying to think of the name of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, jeez.
It looked
talking
like a
about-
specific dog.
Are you thinking of Clifford, the red dog?
No, it's a white-faced, like a cartoon.
I know where you're going.
maybe.
Droopy. It is droopy. That's what I was going to say.
Droopy dog.
Droopy, the hound dog with the
We,
Are we in?
by the way, are in beautiful Skaneateles, rapidly
Skaneateles.
approaching downtown Skaneateles.
Skaneateles, thank you. German for a whale's vagina.
I don't think that's true, but
No, it's not. It's Anchorland.
1,000.
This is a beautiful little town, man. It reminds me of like Cooperstown meets Geneva. I don't know.
that's a weird combination. But I think I understand
Ish.
what you're trying to say. I'm going to aim for the parking lot.
Hey-o. Okay.
Nicest part about Skaneateles, big old parking lot right in the middle of town. Question is whether or not there's any
Just
spots.
kind of like Cooperstown.
It is very much like Cooperstown. It is.
Yeah, I'm
it
getting
is
a Cooperstown vibe. I've been here before, but
Well, you know, it's affluent, touristy. So
yeah.
it's a very similar, less baseball, more boating.
that'd be I'll tell you what, that'd be a fucking day trip for Good News York.
Yeah,
we'll go down that
way.
Got a lot of good restaurants there. Where they filmed.
We should pack up Jason Smorrell and go to the Baseball Hall.
That would be fucking awesome, actually. That's where they filmed part of League of Their Own.
Or even a couple. Imagine if we could get a couple. Do you Syracuse Mets and just bring them to the Hall of Fame?
Do you remember?
Do you remember?
The 21st. Well, you didn't really follow sports, but every summer they would have the Hall of Fame game in Cooperstown, where they would take two baseball teams, and they would bus them wherever they were from up
Okay.
to Cooperstown to play like a preseason game, and you would just wait out in the parking lot and shag fly balls with your glove and your friends. It was great.
All right, sounds like a blast. So, man, we are here at Clovers
Yes, we are.
in Skaneateles. Sorry, this place is awesome.
Dude, this place is
You need the
fantastic.
Wi-Fi?
I think I thought I did. Oh, I got it.
You got it.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
All
right.
So they got free Wi-Fi, which is cool.
Yeah, and they give you the password on the menu, which sounds,
Kind of the point.
yeah, but,
Yeah.
some places are just like, you ever notice like some public places, you're like, hey, what's the Wi-Fi? They're like, oh, you'll never find it.
As an IT professional, I strongly recommend that people don't provide public Wi-Fi.
There's an old man down the road next to the old oak tree. You talk to him, like it's
I
almost
got-
impossible.
I got this really cool service with my phone that gives me internet wherever it goes.
Are you doing
It's
that
really,
thing again
it's super handy.
where you are against Wi-Fi?
Yeah, you shouldn't. No business should provide public Wi-Fi.
No, I can't argue with that.
It's
Well-
just not.
You should want Wi-Fi, no, right?
No,
you don't have
why?
service. For one
Because
reason, you don't have any service.
I have great service.
I do not.
Well, you have a fucking iPhone.
Do you have Verizon?
No, I have an Android. I do have Verizon.
Wow.
Anyway,
But if it's a matter of no service, wouldn't you get, or Wi-Fi, wouldn't you get Wi-Fi?
I mean, I guess, but
Yeah, well, that's
still would never put my phone on some random public network anyway.
that's fair.
And it's like, I won't tell you what that's like. So
I've
back
had-
to the restaurant.
Yeah.
This place is awesome.
Place is awesome.
It's a great, I don't know, it's Clover's Cafe, right?
Mhm.
So it's that kind of cafe diner-ish vibe.
but it's
Great lunch and breakfast spot.
Here's what I love about it. Well, there's a lot of things. First of all, it smells fantastic. It's clean. It has a diner feel, but it's contemporary. It's very modern.
But not one of those jam-packed diners.
No. I love it,
That's
man.
almost like you ever been to one of those places that it's good, it's great food, but it's so packed and it's so small that it's like a concert where you can't hear the people at your table speak?
That is a problem.
It's a great place.
This is great.
It's busy, but we were able to walk in at lunch, a little after probably the biggest lunch rush, but we were able to walk right in, right at the table. Pretty excited about what we got coming. It looks really good.
This is big with me. Breakfast all day. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I ordered that.
You did. And I didn't know that. And I probably would have ordered breakfast, but you know what? I'm glad I ordered the wings.
Here's the thing. You ordered chicken. I was thinking about chicken wings. I'm glad one of us got them.
You can have some.
So we can find out. The kind waitress, who, by the way, has been phenomenal,
Yes.
spoke very highly of the wings.
Yeah.
So I am a wing connoisseur.
So am I.
I may regret. We might just have to switch meals.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can have some of mine.
We're like a couple.
I am a wing burger guy. So like,
I'm not feeding you, though.
that's fine. Well, really? Not baby burgers, just no.
No.
When I go to a new town or a new place, I like to try a burger or wings. I like to judge. I consider myself a pizza, wing, burger connoisseur. So I'm with the wings.
Good
here.
old American boy.
Well, see, people get hung up in the, sauce is so good. Yes, of course the sauce matters. But if you're doing traditional buffalo, the sauce should relatively taste the same. It's the quality of the wing. Is it coated? Is it, with starch or
I mean, that's half.
breadcrumbs?
That's half. I think you're right. The cook is as if not more important than the sauce. It's underrated. People don't talk about the cook enough. You're right. But a good wing sauce, it's not going to make a bad cook good.
Correct.
But it'll take a decent wing and make it phenomenal.
Right. But a bad cook can take a
That'll
good
ruin
sauce
everything.
and ruin
100%.
everything. It's like a drummer in a band, right? A great drummer will make a bad band sound good. A great band with a bad drummer make you sound horrible. Kind of something like that. But yeah, it's not. But it's the quality of the wing itself. Is it very meaty? Is it? Did they coat it with like breadcrumbs?
Did the chicken go to school? Was it well rounded?
Was the chicken a family man? Was he a piece of shit?
Who did he vote for?
Was he free reign?
Right.
These are all the things we want to know.
Right. And here at Clovers, they handpick the best chickens
all the time. You think Jason Newsted ever ate here?
I don't know. Maybe. You're very obsessed with this guy.
Yeah. Big Metallica fan.
Almost dangerous. There's not like an order to keep you away from his home or anything we should know about, right?
I don't know where he lives. I Googled it.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Once he was gone.
Skaneateles is a beautiful town full of very successful celebrities, all kinds of, and lots of great everyday families. How often do you think so many of those big names are seen around town? I'm going to say almost none.
Well, hopefully, what's the date? Hopefully July 8th's a big day for celebrities to come downtown.
Well, because here's the thing, right? Part of the reason they live here is the lake, and we're going to take a look at the lake once we leave here. And they have big places and a lot of land, and I think the whole idea is to just kind of be on your own and not be bothered, right?
This is a very...
Someplace beautiful where you don't have to deal with the people. I don't know. That's my idea. Maybe I could be wrong.
This town very much has the vibe of like, we know you're here to relax and we're not going to bother you.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
It's a good, it's nice.
It's very nice.
It is.
Everything about this town is clean, quiet, nice, no riffraff. God, I'm getting old. I just said riffraff.
No riffraff. No ruffians about.
None of those ne'er-do-wells running around the streets.
I don't know what you just said, but it worries me.
You never heard of a ne'er-do-well?
Nope.
When Danny's filming, I can see how many times he does this.
Yep.
Not when we're in the studio, so he does that a lot with me.
That's true.
It's fair.
Yeah. He's not judging you. He's just,
Could be judging.
younger and easily shocked.
I think it'll be funny.
Let's, why don't we take a break? And, we'll come back with some food in front of us. We'll do hold on. 1, 2, 3, poof. All right. So, we got our food.
I do.
Your wings smell absolutely
They smell great.
incredible.
Your plate, the eggs look amazingly cooked.
I got the meat
fries are
lovers
fresh.
omelet. It's got hash,
Love me some hash.
corned beef hash.
Look at the steam coming off mine. Now, I will say, one of the first things I look at, as I talked about, is the wing itself. Now, these are a little smooth, which makes me nervous because I like texture on my wings. I like them to be either coated or...
That's weird. Wings aren't supposed to be coated.
No, you know what I'm talking.
You spend too much time at Hooters.
Never. I went once. Their wings were terrible.
All right,
hard to
dig
explain.
into
Let's
the
just
wing
eat it.
first. Yeah?
Yeah,
Winner?
good. Absolutely.
The cook, the sauce, and everything we talked about?
Very good.
He likes it. He likes it.
Mikey likes it.
Mikey likes it.
Buffalo sauce is perfect.
Nice.
Believe it or not, you can mess up a medium sauce very easily. People don't realize that.
Proper hot sauce is nothing but hot sauce and butter. Mm-hmm. You try to get fancy with it, you failed.
No, there's other things like garlic powder and vinegar that goes in it very little, but this is great.
Awesome. All right, let's see what we got on the breakfast side
Yeah,
here.
what do we got?
I'm going to dig into my omelet here. It's very full of meat, which is everything I love in life.
These are nice and crispy too, by the way.
Very full of meat. Use a knife like a civilized person. I 100% made the right choice going breakfast.
I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actually, these wings are getting better with every bite.
I couldn't be happier.
Crispy.
Clover's, Skaneateles, breakfast, lunch. Just come here and eat.
A+.
Oh, this has been a great little road trip.
This is awesome.
We're going to do more of these.
Yeah.
Skaneateles is beautiful.
Yeah, it
And it's close. And it's a great reason to hop in the car and come visit. As you can see, we just kind of scratched the surface, but they've got gorgeous boat rides you can take out on the lake. You can bring your own boat on the lake.
Don't mess
We
with
took a nice walk down the pier. That's not like a euphemism. We really did. People fishing out there, just enjoying the summer in central New York, and it's awesome.
Watch out for Judge Ben Wiles.
Yeah,
Apparently his boat.
yeah, I guess so. But
And yeah, they say Jason Newsted lives in Skaneateles. I haven't seen him once.
yeah, luckily we got to get out of town before we get caught for stalking. But
Just want to
great lunch at Clovers. Great time in Skaneateles. Going to take the short ride back, and it should
Finger
be
Lakes.
Cool. That's it.
Yeah. Good News York.
We're the
sponsored by Ads on the Go.
Yeah.
Get adsonthego.com. And we'll be back in studio tomorrow, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.